Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today I'm going to be opening your guys' eyes up and enlightening you. So, the sudden death tournament is officially underway, as you guys can see, and it's sudden death, which means the first player to destroy a tower wins. So let's take a look at the leaderboards right now. Number 1, 34 wins, 34 crowns. Number 2, 34 wins, 34 crowns. Number 4 and 5, 33 wins, 33 crowns respectively. But what if I told you guys there was a way that you could break the system? As you guys can see, I have 3 wins and 9 crowns. Let's not talk about the 3 losses I have. Let's just opt for some toxic positivity and just pretend that doesn't even exist, because, we're being optimistic. And so I have 9 crowns. So if I show you guys my battle log, take a look at this. I have 3 crowns in a row in the sudden death tournament. Now, these losses, were the initial attempts. This is my top 1k ladder push before I posted that yesterday. These are the initial attempts before, I finally got my act together and actually started buckling up. But, yeah, this is going to be a little guide, I guess, on how to play the sudden death tournament in a very interesting way. What I will say is do not try this at home unless you're very confident, because, as you guys saw before, I already incurred 3 losses as a result of this. But essentially, this is how I was able to get my best GT finish in the sudden death tournament, like 2 years ago. Yeah, in like April 2021, I believe, I got my number 22 GT finish. My best normal mode is number 65, but I was able to get the number 22 in the sudden death tournament solely because I was able to do super well with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. I got to number 4 in the world or something with 34 wins, but what really set me apart was my crowns, because I actually used this strategy at the start, and I was able to get 9 crowns, same as now, I think, like 9 crowns, only 3 wins, and so that just put me ahead of pretty much everyone else with the same amount of wins. So yeah, as you guys can see in the leaderboard, no one else is really doing this, and it's kind of like a secret strategy, I guess, but it's very risky. I think it's only worth it if you are confident or you're willing to take a loss, which, is pretty expensive to take a loss because it is a global tourney. But I'll just be showing you guys these 3 replays. Let's get into the first one, and all of these decks are kind of like mid-ladder type decks. So this guy's name is If You Beat Me, You're Gay, and he has a very interesting clan name as well. But you guys can see I literally just straight up rocket first play, and he's playing like some kind of, looks like a sort of cheese deck, I guess. Like he's playing Goblin Barrel, Clone, Mirror, I think, or I forgot what exactly he has, but yeah, anyways, the basic crux of this deck is you have super strong defense with the Valk, Ice Wiz, NATO, and Tesla, so you can pretty much defend anything in the game. So that's basically it, except for Beatdown. If you go into Beatdown, you're actually pretty much screwed with this deck, because you're not exactly going to chip out a Beatdown deck. They're just going to keep going for Beatdown plays and just eventually just eradicating you. But yeah, right now, as you guys can see, like, I'm just chilling, and then I start poisoning. So I'll tell you guys right now, you want to avoid hitting the Princess Tower with spells if you can, but I feel like poison is fine, especially if you want to hit something like a wizard, as long as you focus more on rockets on the king. And this deck definitely got a lot weaker because it was balanced. Rocket has been nerfed quite a few times. In fact, many times now. I feel like Rocket's one of the worst spells in the game in terms of tower damage. Like, it's really good for Elixir. I think it's still one of the best in terms of Elixir to damage ratio, but just, for 6 Elixir, for how little damage it does, it's so expensive. But the main, base of this deck is positive Elixir trades on defense, to the point where you can afford to just straight up chuck 6 Elixir at his King Tower. And so activate King off the barrel. Always very important, by the way, when you're playing a NATO deck, to recognize King Tower activation opportunities, because those are going to be very helpful. He goes for a wizard here. I just poison because I feel like it's going to die to the Ice Wiz plus Tesla, and it does basically get left on 1 HP, so that's basically just a log, or say a Valk splash. And Valk is very clutch as well, because you can splash against pretty much anything. So, I get my Tesla down, and very fun little play with this deck, guys, is Tesla Tornado. Like, you have a Tesla DPSing stuff down, and then you go for a Tornado to pull stuff back, and basically keeping the Tesla alive. And as you guys can see, like, he has a lot of spells. He has Clone, Freeze, Fireball. Not Mirror, I guess. I was mistaken. But I'm already up damage because he actually hasn't really gotten any damage on my tower. Like, he's just going for these crazy, interesting pushes. It's not really working out at all. So, and Valk, as you guys can see, is so clutch. And also, I'm not afraid to log on defense because I do have a NATO for that Goblin Barrel. I believe right here he goes for a Barrel Freeze first time that he goes for it, but just perfect NATO timing. and king helps out, and Tesla. And as you guys can see, like, there's just nothing he can do. It's good game. So honestly, this deck is really solid against some kinds of decks like this mid-ladder type deck in the sudden death tournament, because there's really nothing they can do if you defend perfectly. That being said, though, if you're against like a real deck, if you're against a good player, it's going to be a bit more tricky. I feel like this deck can actually still work. Say those losses I already took, they could have been wins if I just opted to go for a single tower win instead, like just go for the Princess Tower, but you know, I'm going big or going home, so I went for the 3 crown every single time, and I usually end up losing because I got destroyed after trying to 3 crown. He goes for a desperate fireball there, and that's pretty much it. Like, that's rocket, poison, rocket range. So yeah. Another big thing, by the way, guys, you have to be a bit careful. I remember from the last time I did this in the sudden death tourney, is that your Valks can actually be very powerful and actually get a lot of Princess Tower damage. So you have to be careful about like cycling your Valk, because if they let it go or they overcommit and you have a huge counter push coming with a Valk, they're gonna get like, say, 1,000 damage on their tower. And okay, my alarm's going off. But yeah, basically you have to be careful about Valkyrie counter pushing. Into the next one, this is Mega Knight Sparky Giant Skeleton. So honestly, he looks like a scary deck, I guess, to defend against. But with this deck, I definitely hard counter, because he has no spell except arrows. And I have Valk, Tesla. Like, I start straight away. Let's pretend this was a prediction rocket, guys, because look at that. I rocket the king, and I hit the Sparky. That's insane. So I straight up just poison as well. And since you do start in double elixir, you can afford to be a bit more aggressive, I guess. He goes for a bomber, so I decide I'm just going to Valk anyways, and then Ice Wiz, I think. Oh, no, Skeletons. Okay, yeah. Skeletons to DPS while the Valkyrie is tanking for everything. And then I just rocket again. And this game, guys, I'm going to show you guys the importance of poison on defense, I think, because I believe I did that. Oh, I could have activated King. I just realized if I let the Ice Wiz die, and then NATO to pull the Mini P.E.K.K.A. into the King Tower. I didn't think of it in the moment. But yeah, right here he goes for a Sparky. And the way you can defend a Sparky, guys, with a Tesla is you just go Skeletons to push it into your Tesla in the middle. Tesla will be full HP and Sparky will get taken out. So very good little play. And by the way, if they go for a troop like that, you can actually hit it with a rocket on the king. So take note of that. Keep that in mind, because I guess I'm sort of making a mini guide on how to play this deck. But yeah, you legit can. And here I go for a poison, and this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. Avoid the Princess Tower. So I actually specifically don't hit the Princess Tower with this poison, because all my damage needs to be on the king. King has so much more HP than the Princess Tower, so, you know, it's pretty much just a matter of playing, I guess, like, pretty aggressive, and playing very safe around the princess, playing aggressive on the king. Again, I just straight up chuck a rocket at the king. And this Sparky's getting a bit sketchy, honestly. I believe I might poison on defense here. Or maybe not, I just go for a Valk. But eventually I remember I start poisoning the Sparkies, because it's just getting too sketchy. NATO, very clutch, as you guys can see, keep the Ice Wiz alive, and it's actually just able to take out the Sparky. I think I could have logged on defense here against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I probably should have, but I take one Mini P.E.K.K.A. hit to the face. At least I did save my log for the barrel, though. And also very important, guys, don't get caught off guard by a barrel, because even one misplay against a Goblin barrel, like a tricky barrel, and you might just lose because it's going to be so much damage, right? Like, it's sudden death. Every bit of damage counts. Yeah, here I believe, okay, I recognize the King Tower has less HP than the Princess. I can start poisoning the Princess, because every time I poison, if I hit the King as well, it's going to be an even amount of damage. And by the way, I think poison, NATO, poison kills a Sparky, because I know Fireball, Log, Fireball kills a Sparky, so I feel like by the same principle, poison, NATO, poison should, and I think it does right here. And NATO again, just to be safe. So this is like some very, you know, intense defense, but I'm able to pull it off. Very clutch. He's just spamming the bridge with everything, but I'm able to pull it off. I go for the low Skeletons as opposed to high, because I don't want that Sparky to snipe anything. And like, this is just very clutch. Here, straight up just rocket on defense. Honestly, because we're getting pretty late into the match, and there's no point being like super aggro. Like, I'm pretty much even with his king on my princess, you know? So there's no real need to, like, watch out and, like, always save rocket for the king either. Don't be afraid to take rocket value on defense. Again, super low tricky barrel, just easy log. I believe it was actually low on elixir, so he actually helped me out by going for that tricky barrel, because I actually was able to recuperate enough for a log in time. Valk, as usual. Notice I'm protecting my Ice Wizards, because Ice Wiz is so clutch on defense. And again, just poison on defense, and he actually only has arrows, right? He's doesn't really have anything to go for arrows on either. Like, Ice Wiz is, I guess, the best candidate, but a Valk, a Tesla, like, no, you're not going to go for arrows on that. So it's just, you know, pretty good. I just, again, rocket the Sparky, make sure I miss the Princess Tower intentionally, because I don't want to risk any kind of situation where I'm going to be able to give him, or a situation where he can, like, lose his Princess Tower instead of the king. And here I think I just Rocket King again. So usually I'm not going for rockets in the middle of defending a huge push. I'm going for rockets usually towards the end of a huge push, or like say there was a push coming down but I have enough on the board to the point where I'm confident in defending. Here I log on defense just because I can, honestly. And then just skeletons for this mini P. And I'm actually already back to a log in like 2 cards. He doesn't go for a barrel right away. He should have, because he knew I didn't have log in cycle, or maybe he just wasn't counting cycle at all. But if he was, he should have been able to go for that punish, you know, but he wasn't. So I just, again, log on defense. That's 2 logs. He hasn't gone for a single barrel in the last like 20, 30 seconds. Here, just rocket on defense, because I recognize, you know, it's getting a bit too sketchy. Let me just chill and rocket on defense. I believe this might be a poison. Oh, for some reason he goes for a barrel in the middle. I don't know what that was about, but obviously not a good barrel at all. And again, just skeletons in this corner placement because don't want to risk anything from that muskie. Valk, as you guys can see, is very clutch as well. Like, it's just such a good tank. It can defend like Mega Knights, giant skeletons, knights, mini P.E.K.K.A.s, like, you know, any big troop or tank like that. That's going to be GG right there. Again, another one, rocket on the king. And that's going to be, you know, pretty much, again, another tiebreaker. And that's going to be a really, like, not even a close loss, or not even a close win. Like, that wasn't even close. That was just a very convincing win. Now I'll show you guys this final one. I think I'll play one as well. I'll play one with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, just because I feel like that's the actual deck I'm going to be using for the GT. But I wanted to get off to a nice crown start, so yeah. Here, you know, I say good luck and I rocket the king right away. He has a rocket himself in this deck, by the way, but rocket's honestly pretty bad, especially against my deck. If I just don't give him any rocket value on tower, his deck is not built to go for rockets like that. Like, he's playing, you know, P.E.K.K.A, bridge spam, like that kind of stuff. It is not a positive elixir machine where you can just build up positive trades and straight up rocket tower. Like, that's not what this deck is about, so anyway, I rocket king again. I'm just going for early rockets plus poisons. Free log. I feel like you can log hitting the princess tower, but you do have to be careful. Like, sometimes I feel like it's safer to avoid it, I guess. But a few logs here and there shouldn't be too bad. Unfortunately, my Valk misses this hunter, so it's just going to get straight up blasted in the face. But it's still okay. And then I guess poison. And every time he goes for Fisher to snipe the Tesla, guys, notice I'm protecting with my skeletons. Keep the Teslas alive, because you kind of have to. And I just rocket. He's actually really not sure what to do. He's like, what am I supposed to do? He's just rocketing and poisoning my king tower. He goes for a P.E.K.K.A, which is, you know, that's okay. Very easy to defend, actually. Just Ice Wiz, Tesla, NATO if I need to. He's actually panicking. I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's probably just like, what am I supposed to do? I'm getting 3 crowned. He mirrors his P.E.K.K.A. Honestly, no big deal at all. I just go for a center Tesla. This is a very standard Tesla placement, guys. I'm sure if you play Xbow, you know this placement. Just center Tesla, 3 tells down. Anti-fireball. Just does work. It's the most standard. He actually has to rocket the Tesla, which is very good for me. I mean, it's a -2. And, like, I'm already back to a Tesla in 1 card, so. And as you guys can see, I'm already up, actually. I'm already winning. Like, I have more damage on his king than he has on my princess tower, which is pretty funny, actually. He goes for the mirrored ram, so I just decide to go for the Tesla this time. For some reason, it bypasses, and oh, because of that Dark Goblin getting clipped, I decide I'm just going to rocket again. But I skeletons first just to make sure that this doesn't get any tower damage. But he's just like Hunter, you know. What he should be doing is probably building up like huge flying machine pushes behind the P.E.K.K.A.s, which he's not exactly doing at all. So, you know, he's just playing very aggro, just bridge spamming, which is what the average mid-ladder player would be doing anyways, I guess. But it's very punishable if you know what you're doing and you know like how to identify the holds in that playstyle, I guess. He rockets me, he mirror rockets, which is, you know, he's catching up in damage now, but I feel like it's too little too late. Number 1 doesn't even have a fast cycle, so I can just chill. Also, by the way, guys, I'm not afraid to go for logs on defense. Here, this is very sketchy, because if that's flying machine locked on, it might have been game-changing, but thankfully I barely got enough elixir for the Ice Wiz in time. Again, just log on defense. It's really good, actually, because log is very solid on defense, and you don't have to worry about log cycling on tower, because you're only trying to get the princess, or rather, you're only trying to get the king tower anyways, so, you know, you're very free to just use log on defense, and it's so good, because log is such a good defensive card against, like, the Dark Goblin, or against anything. I believe this is just rocket, poison, NATO range, so rocket, yep, poison does, like, 200, whatever, like, 212 or something, so I know poison NATO's enough. And, yeah, I just poison NATO, and that's going to be it. So, nice win, nice 3 crown. 3 games, 3 crowns. That's pretty much a mini tutorial, guys, on how to play this deck. Like, you know, quote-unquote, the true way of how to play this on that tourney. But if you actually, I won't show you guys the losses, because honestly, they were just me trying to defend, and eventually like just choking. I'll show you guys. I guess I'll show you guys the first one in 4 times speed, just to give you an idea. But like, I feel like I could have won this one. Just honestly, this deck is kind of high skill because if you're just defending all the time, if you overcommit on offense with the spells and you don't have enough for defense, eventually you're just gonna lose to a push, and that's exactly what happened in this match. Plus, this guy knew just to stack everything. I was actually like doing pretty well, but you know, even 1 loon connection is all he really needs, and I believe that's what happened here. So again, I'm not afraid to go rocket on defense, like really not afraid for it, but eventually it just gets too much. He goes for the freeze, and I get a rocket. Now it's triple elixir, so you know, I'm still up damage, but it's getting very sketchy, not gonna lie. I go for a rocket NATO, and right here, I believe this push is where I kind of get screwed. Yeah, honestly, I just missed the lumberjack. I probably should have gone for a rocket NATO instead of just a rocket, but lumberjack is so fast, man, it's so misleading, and yeah, there honestly I lost. I probably should have, well, there's nothing I could have done actually, because if I let the lumberjack go, I would have like gotten screwed over by the lumberjack damage, and then if I was able to say like NATO in time, then the next loon would have kind of screwed me over. So anyway, yeah, it's just kind of sketchy. I believe I got, yeah, poison mastery. Ooh, max poison. That's kind of fitting actually, because I was just straight up spamming poisons on their tower. Okay, I have 5 million gold max again. Guys, I did max my gold, so the only real thing I can do now is buying these wild cards in the shop. Even legendaries, it's not worth it at all in my opinion, but it's worth it because I don't have literally nothing else to spend gold, and I think I fully maxed my account except for like level 15s, but 14s I'm finally fully maxed, guys. Let's go. Anyways, we're gonna be playing. I guess I'll play like 2 maybe to get to 5 wins. Oops, with a Xbow Cycle, and show you guys how to actually play, because I feel like I'd actually play Xbow in this tourney. So let's go. Let's get 2 nice wins right now. Not for the 3 crown strat. Loki, I feel like you could Fireball Cycle, but no, actually don't. Okay, I'm gonna split archers right now, and he's not doing anything. I'm just gonna Xbow first play. Honestly, there's no risk because it's double elixir. Like there's really. Oh, he's playing Xbow himself. Okay, I'll go for the knight to tank, and his Xbow is actually. Oh, he's playing Icebow, it looks like. I think he just lost because I'm gonna get a lock, and then I'm gonna Xbow in the left because he has to overcommit to this one in the right. Yeah, and he has no elixir. And now that Xbow is going to be on tower, he has to Tesla or late rocket. And whatever he does, he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, GG. So, I mean, it's already over. Like, honestly, sudden death is really fast, guys, if you know what you're doing. And I feel like Xbow, I guess it should beat Icebow. Well, actually, I feel like Icebow should beat Xbow in double. But you have to know exactly what you're doing as an Icebow player. Also, this guy had Valk, which I guess is closer to even or slightly for Xbow, honestly. But yeah, that was like a really free win. Like, anyways, into our next match. Like, that game literally was less than 1 minute, so I guess I can play quite a few, however long time permits. Yeah, let me just casually. Oh, what? Am I lagging? Hold on. Xbow. Okay, I guess I'm not lagging anymore. Anyway, Xbow, flying machine. I'm gonna wait to get, yeah, even more value from the fireball if I can. Okay, I didn't really, but it's fine. And then he has to commit even more. Skelly Drag's gonna kite them over with a knight like this, guys. And then they will get kited over. And then I can go archers to snipe the Skelly Drags first, ideally. Okay. Actually, that's really good. Yeah, the other skeleton dragon is going in the left. I can straight up ignore that. Okay, why am I lagging? Gonna fireball this. And that's gonna be an easy defense. Very easy defense. Nice. As you guys can see, a very good play is to just kite the troops over if you can't defend them, like skeleton dragons in that position. Just gonna go for another Xbow. He gives a well played. Oh, knight to protect the skeleton dragons. He probably has barbs or something here too. Ice Spirit to reset the eye drag, and I'll just full commit to this Xbow because if he doesn't like defend it, if I get a lock, it's GG. Like that lava hound's not really a big deal, but this Xbow is a big deal because that's gonna take his tower. He goes for arrows. I'm gonna Xbow again. I'm gonna ignore this entire lava hound. Honestly, he has like tombstone in hand, and then I log it. Then he has to go skeleton dragons, and then that should be GG. Yeah. Good game. So honestly, like, yeah, pretty good. Nice win. And lava hound, like that lava was gonna get a lot of damage, not gonna lie, but if you're confident you can take the tower, then it's your game, because honestly it's called sudden death, right? Just the first one to win takes the win. I'm getting some annoying lag. I'll play like 2 more, I guess, guys, because these games have been a lot faster than I anticipated. But honestly, say I already have 3 unfortunate losses, but say I play perfectly and don't take any more losses for the rest of the tourney, right? And that's going to be super helpful, those crowns, if I get the top 1k, because that's going to be another badge. Prince, that should jump, I hope. No, it doesn't. Okay, anyway, that's okay. I'll go archers, skeletons, and then, so does he have arrows for these archers? If not, that's going to full defend the balloon. Okay, they should full defend the balloon. then I can just go for a knight for the golden knight. Oh, very aggro NATO. I believe you want ability as well, just because that was like 4 elixir. I'm going to Xbow. And he is pretty low in elixir, actually. So let me make this prince jump the river real quick. And then that should be GG, I think. Okay, no, he has a balloon. But Ice Spirit to hold it in place. Then he's probably going to golden knight on this. So I can Xbow on the left. And I'm not sure what he actually has for it. Like, I forgot his deck. E-Drag. Okay, I'm going to go archers like this, guys. Archer's placement to snipe the E-Drag and not get hit by the E-Drag's chain. So very nice placement, as you guys can see. Prince, can I knight to retarget? Nope. Okay, unfortunate. But I'm going to Xbow again and just keep the pressure up because I have a really good counter push. I believe he's not back to his golden knight either because it just died. You know, champion cycle is like that. And archers are on tower. Yeah, that's GG pretty much. He's not really sure what to do. And that's going to be another nice win. So I guess I could just go to 10 wins, guys, because, I mean, this tourney is so, like, it's so fast, honestly. It's so fast-paced. As long as I don't lag it. I swear if I lag, because I'm already at 3 losses, right? I can't afford to take any more. But yeah, we get some nice rewards as well. Yeah, 6 wins, 12 crowns. You guys can see I have double the crowns. It's going to catch up to me eventually. I'm up 6 wins, 12 crowns, so I have 6 more crowns than I should. So say I'm at 25, I'll be at 31 crowns. That's gonna put me above pretty much anyone else at 25, honestly. This looks like Balloon. No, it looks like Eagle, actually. So I'll fireball that. And then Skeletons too. And I'll try and activate King off this E-Drag if I can. I'm gonna try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ice Spirit. Let's go. That's gonna be very helpful against E-Golem, rather. Gonna Xbow again. Honestly, I don't always advocate going for Xbow opposite lane against E-Golem, but in this position, I feel like it's fine because I have an activated king. Okay, he has arrows. That's so annoying. Okay, this is going to be a pain, guys. It's going to be a real pain. I'm going to kite this E-Drag over into the Tesla if I can. Nope. Okay. Oh, well, I'll take a lot of damage. Okay, going to have to log this Phoenix Egg so it doesn't respawn. And then these are double E-Golems on the board. I believe he just wasted his arrows, though. I have to get a second look. Look at how much elixir I'm about to get. I'm going to Xbow. Because I'm about to get like 50 billion elixir. And then I'll just I'll Tesla the bridge, honestly. Do I get a lock? No, I don't. But I'm almost getting a lock, I think. He has to Eagle-em low. Okay, Eagle-em's high. And then I'm back to another Xbow very soon. So Rage. Let me log these. And then I'll Xbow on the left, because honestly, dual lane pressure is very underrated with Xbow, guys. And then I'll Knight in front as well. Lock. Perfect. Tesla for the E-Drag. And that's GG, because I just have to protect this Xbow, hold on to the lock. Well, I'll allow that to retarget, because that's going to be, yeah, 2 fireballs. Let me get the first fireball right now, and that's going to be a nice win against E-Golem, guys. Very nice win. So, let me just Tesla. He is still trying. I just have to cycle super fast, so, you know, double cycle cards, log for the egg, fireball, GG. Very nice win against E-Golem. Very annoying, I guess, because he had the healer, he had the arrows, but honestly, still pretty good matchup, I would say. Honestly, like, pretty good matchup. And yeah, 7 and 3. I feel like I should go to 10, but I don't want the video to get too long. Let's see how long the games take, I guess. Gonna Ice Spirit first play. Archers, get back to my Xbow. He goes bowler. Oh my god, my Xbow's last. That's so... You know, I'm gonna be super aggro. I'm gonna Knight Xbow. I don't know what this is. It looks like Graveyard, actually. Oh, he has nothing in hand. He just went Golden Knight plus bowler. Yeah, he has to freeze. And then I'm going to Tesla, because he actually still has nothing in hand for this Xbow. Like, I'll go for my Ice Spirit to kite this out of range. Oh, he has a E-Wiz. Skeletons, Knight for the bowler. He's back to bowler. I'll Xbow in the left, guys, and he might be in a really bad position already, honestly. Like, genuinely. Yeah. Okay. Tesla again. And that's going to be a big lock in the left. I don't think he's back to his freeze either. Let me fireball the I-Drag plus the baby. Okay, missed the baby, but still. Very good fireball on the I-Dragon. Is that GG already? Yeah, that's just fireball range, so I just have to get back to a fireball. But he might go for a graveyard right now, so I have to be careful. Okay, never mind. I just log fireball. Okay, very nice win, guys. Honestly, you have to know exactly what you're doing to play like this, but since I've played Xbow for so long, I just recognize the situations, and you can be so aggro. Because honestly, I always tell you guys as beginners, like, don't be playing super aggressive with your Xbows. Ooh, sudden death win badge. Okay, nice. But honestly, you can be if you know exactly what you're doing, and yeah. Okay, anyway, Snader, Snada, good luck. Archers, no Xbow in hand, sadly. Wow, Xbow's always last. Okay, Golem, I'm gonna cycle to an Xbow, guys, because I just want to. Let's see what he has for this. Because if I take his tower, then he actually just loses, right? Okay, wasted Skelly Drag's Rage. That's 6 on the Xbow already. I spent a lot though, so, you know, I'm down quite a bit too. But that's a lot of damage. And he might have a Lightning, honestly. Knowing him, he very well might have a Lightning. So that's going to be a bit annoying. I'll Archer super low. He has a Poison. Okay, even much better than Lightning, actually. I'll take that any day. Ice Spirit for this E-Drag. And then I'm going to have to Fireball on defense. There's no real other way I can do this. So Fireball, great Fireball. Golem in the back again, I dare you. And I'll Xbow opposite. Yeah, he can't Golem. Okay, Tombstone, okay, fair enough. He's playing it safe and slow now, but that's such a big lock already. That okay, Golem, oh, I'm going to Xbow again. If he doesn't get something down in front, that's going to lock. And that's going to be GG. So please, lock. Okay, he gets the Lumberjack down. Okay, I'll just let this Xbow go. You know, Skeletons for the Lumberjack. And then Tesla. This is a safe Tesla placement, guys, as you guys can see. It's going to be helping out against this Golem. Fireball. Archers to DPS once the poison wears off. And then I'll just Knight super high. By the way, look at that Knight going crazy in the left, or in the right, rather. And I'll just Xbow in the right, honestly, because he has to defend this Knight plus double Archers. So I'm going to spread him pretty thin here. I'll Ice Spirit too, and I'll just Tesla here, anti-poison, like really high up, to start DPSing down the Golem, and also he can't poison the Xbow plus Tower plus Tesla. And Archers might get some chip in the left. Yes, they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's really good. I can start spell cycling him, honestly. Should I just start fireballing? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. First fireball down. He lets the Ice Spirit connect. No, he doesn't, but first fireball down. Yeah, and we're in triple now. Like, this game is certainly over. Okay, hold on. I might have to defend. Actually, I'm just gonna YOLO. I'm gonna double fireball while defending this Golem. So log, Knight high up, Ice Spirit, and there's the next fireball. Good game. Nice win against pretty much Golem first play. Honestly, he did starting hand me, but because we have the luxury of starting in double elixir, I just went for an Xbow straight up, and yeah. Anyway, guys, big takeaway from this so far is that you should be comfortable going dual lane pressure with Xbow, honestly. You should, because you can see it's been doing so well for me. Okay, I'm gonna split Archers. Finally have Xbow in hand. Okay, split Wall Breakers. Can't really do much against that. I'll Knight. Firecracker. I'm just gonna Fireball the Firecracker. And then I guess I'll Xbow the left. And I'll Skeletons Ice Spirit for this barrel. He has a Mighty. Okay, Mighty Cannon, gonna let that go. Very annoying, actually, but at least I know more about his deck now. Archer will DPS down this Mighty, so that's solid. Gives me another log. Oh, can I get it down? Okay, nice. I don't know what my finger was doing there. Fireball the Firecracker again. I have to activate King off that Firecracker at some point. By the way, in Sudden Death, you have to play pretty fast, not gonna lie. Like, you have to be pretty comfortable playing fast and making, like, snap decisions. I'm gonna Tesla like this. Log. This might be a lock, actually, if he's not ready for it. Mirrors his log. He has a mirror, but that's gonna be a lock. Yep, nice lock. Late cannon. And I can Xbow. Yeah, I'll Xbow in the left because he overcommits in the right. I'll Fireball that, I guess. Nothing else in hand, really. And that's the lock. Boom. Okay, is that GG? Because he has no spells, I believe. Based on how he's been playing so far. Yep, no spells. So, it's done. That's 10 wins, I think. Okay, he's trying to get the Mighty on the Xbow, I think. So I'll just Skeletons to block that. Log the Wall Breakers. Just keep this Xbow on tower so I can take tower. Good game. Global tourney and Wi-Fi. And that's going to be it, guys. 10 wins in the GT. In my mind, in my heart, it's 10-0. Because honestly, like, I feel like 3.0 is so good in the GT, guys. In my last one, I literally went, like, 30-1 or something. Or 30-2 or something for my 22 GT finish with 3.0. So, you know, this exact deck. So I feel like 3.0 definitely has the potential to go the distance in this tournament. Especially if you just know how to play. So that's basically going to be my guide on how to play the GT, guys. Honestly, the first one, the Spell Cycle deck, I feel like, you know, I'll link that in the description below, honestly. But I feel like if you want to play super safe, just play 3.0 or play other decks. But that deck is if you want to have an actual advantage. Because as you guys can see, all my friends at 10, this guy's at 10 and 10, Invaders at 10 and 10. Like 9 and 11. Okay, he did the strat, but most people aren't. So, you know, you're going to be above everyone. If you want a GT badge, it's going to be very clutch. But that's about it for the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.